Hello, everyone. So let's see what's going on over here. It says here a self proclaimed prophet built a spiritual cult. Aren't all cults spiritual? Online. Well, it's the fastest way to build it now. Now, six followers are missing from the internet or in real life. A group of six people. Okay, the cult wasn't just six people, okay? Because that would be weird. If they say six followers were missing, that's the whole entire cult, including two young children. Whose children? Who brought their children into this? Are those six people all in the same family? Have been missing since August, and police say the adults have one thing in common. They all openly follow a self-proclaimed prophet and rapper with a massive social media following. Is a rapper too? How are rappers starting cults? It doesn't seem rappers are the least charismatic of all the artists. Like a singer might be, maybe an actor, they're kind of phony, but they you know what I mean. But a rapper? Uh, all right. After they seemingly vanished without a trace from a rental home in St. Louis, an investigation by Berkeley Police Department in Missouri was launched, but months later, there are still no answers about their whereabouts. Well, maybe they try to escape the cults. People do that sometimes. Cults wouldn't know where they are if they're escaping the cult. These people are gone, and it blows my mind. Does it? You didn't know about them before. Michaela Thompson, 25 of St. Louis. Naaman Williams, Naaman Williams, 30 of Washington, D.C. Uh, Gariel German, or is it German? 27 of Lake Horn. Wow, they're all over the place. Mississippi. Ashton Williams, two, two of Lake Horn. Lake Horn. Hmm. Michaela, Kayla Wickerson, 36 of St. Louis. St. Louis, DC, Lake Horn, Lake Horn, St. Louis again, and Malaya Wickerson, Michaela Wickerson, and Malaya Wickerson. Okay, so this one is her child, all right, of St. Louis, and I'm assuming Gariel German. It looks like most of them are women. So Williams is probably the father, and we have the father right here, Naaman Williams, Ashton Williams. So and it's only 2 years. So this happened while they were in the cult. Uh-huh. So yeah, it is a family that escaped together. And most of them are women. This one guy, Gariel, uh, Michaela, 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 Malaya, Gariel. Hmm. We're all living in the same St. Louis house briefly before they disappeared. Yeah, not brief enough. My dude was getting in them guts. Uh, they were last seen on August 13th, 2023 at a Quality Inn hotel at 55 Dunn Road in Florissant, Missouri. Yeah, they all escaped together. There's no foul play here. These people, they tried to leave together. When police searched the house, they found it left as if the individuals had just gone to the store and were expecting to return. Or they knew they were being followed by the police and they ran away. Food was still in the microwave, laundry was still in the washing machine, and left behind were several valuables, including a closet full of shoes worth $1,000. Yeah, it looks like they escaped. Police also discovered an altar, items wrapped in copper, and other odd findings that led them to believe the adults were fully living this cult. Major Wrong said, "What is the hell is this? Why are you spending all this time praying and you're still fat?" Is that Naaman? Uh, the investigation revealed the group had become a part of a spiritual cult and they followed the teachings of Rashad Jamal. Who the hell is that? A self-proclaimed prophet who has tens of thousands of followers across multiple social media platforms, according to Berkeley Police Department. Jamal, who was convicted of various crimes in Georgia, was sentenced in August to an 18 years in prison. Okay, so the rapper is already in prison, and the cult was kind of like just left to flounder. And yeah, these people lost their entire identity to this cult, and they didn't know what to do with themselves. That's what it seems like to me. It is extremely troubling to the family members of all of the missing people. It wasn't troubling when they joined a cult. The level of disconnect these cult members have demonstrated with friends and family members is unfathomable. God damn it. Unfathomable. Is it though? I would expect people to act like that when they join a cult. That's like typical cult behavior. If they acted normally and they joined a cult, that would freak me out. We have learned that similar cult members travel at great lengths to live off the grid and stay with fellow cult members, and that their economic status does not appear to be a factor. Major Rung, who had been investigating the group's whereabouts of nearly 5 months, said the neighbors noticed some abnormal behaviors before they vanished. Abnormal, like they're being in a cult. Neighbors reported seeing these people outside daily worshiping the sun. The sun is pretty powerful. He said when it was raining, they would come outside naked and run around the yard. They were digging up things in the yard. Wow. Hmm. They're all around the same complexion. Are they related? I didn't see any signs that two ladies were related, did I? Wickerson. Oh yeah, two of them are related. No, wait, that's the 3-year-old and yeah, no, no, none of the older ladies look related. Maybe they have different dads. I don't know. The exact same complexion. That's so strange. Is that a woman? I mean, it looks like there's a little bump here that's hanging kind of low, so that it could possibly be a woman. Uh, yeah, but they all look related. That's weird, man. They all look related. Exact same complexion. I don't get it. Why do they all have different names? They have different dads? Major Rung said the missing adults went by aliases that pay tribute to certain gods and goddesses, which have been reported as a common theme among many of Jamal's followers. Miss Thompson called herself Antu Anum Amat. Mr. Williams called himself Anubis Aramean. Okay. Uh, and Miss Wickerson called herself into Intuama Aquama Until. Weird. Hopefully they just went with the first name and they didn't say that all that nonsense when they introduced themselves to people. Major Rung said Jamal's followers believe in polygamy. Makes sense. And are anti-government. The government don't like polygamy, so makes sense. Encourage followers to go off the grid. Yep, that's the way to get away from the government. It's all tying together. And that there is a total disconnect from family and friends. Family and friends tend to want to convince people to do things that are good for them. So can't have that. All coming together. What's most concerning, he told The Independent, is that the missing individuals had a vast social media presence before they disappeared. Does that mean they have a lot of followers or they posted a lot? They made their money off readings and selling things. Ooh, call me now, Miss Cleo. But as of 13th August, they have gone silent, he said. I am God. Wow. You're not Kanye, so I don't believe you. Rashad Jamal, white? Why is white in parentheses? Created the University of Cosmic Intelligence, an online religious group with thousands of followers. According to its website, the University of Cosmic Intelligence is geared towards enlightening and illuminating the minds of the carbonated beings, aka your so-called Black and Latino people of Earth. Carbon-based life forms extend beyond just Black and Latino, but all right. I am a God, and all of my people. Well, he was a prophet. Prophets aren't actually the gods. And all of my people, the Black and Latino people, are gods. So if you're a god and everyone is a god, how's that work? Are we gods with amnesia? What is happening? If I was a god, I would know it. And we were made in the image of our creator. Oh, the super god? Therefore, I am an extension of her slash them, and I am the creator. Okay, so the God identifies as a woman and them, and I am the creator and destroyer of my reality. Why would you destroy your real? So I take full responsibility for all events that I have experienced through this lifetime, for this is what we call shadow work in the spiritual realm. You just said a whole lot of nothing. Jamal, Jamel has a massive following on social media with nearly 200,000 followers on TikTok, more than 10,000 followers on X, and 90,000 followers on Instagram. Naheem Naaman Williams. God, that's a fat ass dude. Jesus Christ. How did this dude, it had to be a cult thing. How did this dude get 3 women? Like, wow. He's built bad as hell, like the worst kind of built you can be. This man has baby carrying hips. He's got to be at least a B cup. Pregnant stomach. Like, come on, bruh. Too much estrogen in your system. In his videos, he makes wild claims that birds are actually drones operated by the US government. Birds are kind of freaky, but why would the US government need to do any of that? One, it's very expensive, and most of the information you would gather is completely useless. Who is going to sift through it? You would have to not only pay for the equipment, you have to pay people to watch all of that goddamn footage. That is insane. Like, just the logistics alone is a nightmare in itself. If the government is doing that, then they're insane and in no danger. They are more danger to themselves than they are to me. That the Mississippi River is actually the Nile River, bro, there's already a Nile River. And that Arizona is a gateway to Africa. Bro, this dude hate travel. He just hates travel. He's like, actually, all the important things, they're right here. We ain't going all the way over there. Africa. There's no infrastructure. We ain't going over there. In August, Jamal was found guilty of, oh my God. Why do they always start cults just to touch children? And sentenced to 18 years in prison, according to court documents. Is the 18 years ironic to let him know that that's how long he should have waited? Later that same month, he filed a motion for a new trial, citing the state's failure to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The only law had broken was speaking out against oppression. Um, could you at least say you didn't do anything to the kid? Jamal said in a YouTube video posted last week, the only thing I'm found guilty of is freeing the minds of people and speaking out against this system. I'll never back down for that. I wish you would say something about the charges against you. Mother of a missing woman living off her worst nightmare, Michaela Wickerson, 25, and her 3-year-old daughter were two of the six people living in the rental home near St. Louis Lambert International Airport for months before the group vanished. Her mother, Cartisha Morgan, said she's living her worst nightmare. Sweetheart, your daughter was in a cult and she's a fully grown adult. Your nightmare started way before that. Maybe you should have uh, been a better parent, and your kid wouldn't be such a. She said she began to worry when she had not heard from Wickerson or her 3-year-old granddaughter since March, when the woman cut off all communication with her family, quit her corporate job, and maxed out her credit cards. Wow. Is that how you fund a cult? Max out some credit cards? Miss Morgan said her daughter had been manipulated by the online cult led by Jamal. Yeah, but your daughter was also capable of being manipulated like that, considering she had a corporate job. It sounded like she very much hated a job and she was looking for any excuse to get out of it, and the cult was convenient. Don't don't freaking absolve her of any responsibility here. She made those decisions. Mental illness is real, manipulation is real. No shit, manipulation is real, but the person being manipulated still has a responsibility. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to commit a crime and oh, no, it's not my fault. I was manipulated into committing the crime. It's like you knew it was illegal before you did it. She knew she couldn't do any of those things. She knew about cults because she's a goddamn grown adult and you've heard about cults before. She knew all of the things that she was doing was wrong and it would put her in a bad situation. There's no way she wouldn't have known that. She made those choices. There's a lot of things going on out here and we just need to be aware of it. Well, maybe you should have been aware of it and taught your daughter the correct way to live life. If you see something that's off, please take measures to get them help as quickly as possible. But before this even happened, you knew all about this and you didn't do any of that. You didn't get them help. You didn't take measures. You're asking other people to do things that you didn't do. I would have never imagined that I would never have known what the. I would have never imagined that I'd never have known where my daughter and granddaughter are right now. The double negatives. How this lady is the most ineffective person. Like the daughter was it like 3 years old and she was already in the cult while this was happening. uh, You didn't get her help. You didn't do any stuff. You're just like, oh, I couldn't imagine that they would just disappear. She was already in a cult, lady. Cult followers accused of, my God. In 2022, several of Jamal's followers were accused of committing two separate crimes. Damian Winslow Washam allegedly used a sword to end his mother and injured his disabled uncle, brother, according to the Daily Mail. He was later cleared of the charges due to reason of his insanity. I don't understand this insanity thing. I get the insanity part, but why is he cleared of the charges? He still committed the crime. I get not putting them in prison with the same criminals, but he still committed the crime. So why is he cleared of the charges? Crystal Diane Pinkins and Yasmin Hyder were sentenced last month for ending a 22-year-old Florida college student, Adam Sinji. Wow. Which one is the what? Damian Winslow Washam? I'm guessing that's this dude that looks like a lady. They all just got dreads and she got full crazy eyes. This dude just looks tired. Wow. Yeah, man, this is bad news. What happens here? Pinkins and Hyder, who were living off the grid, flagged down Simji. I just said Sinji. Uh, Sinji, yeah. I knew I read that right. uh, Simji and his girlfriend, Michaela, a lot of Michaelas in this, Paulus in a Talladega National Forest in Alabama and told them they needed help with their car. Uh, Hyder pulled oh on them after they stopped to help and ordered them to drop their belongings and walk into the woods. Hell no, I ain't walking in the woods. Crazy. Simji also then pulled his weapon, and an exchange of gunfire ensued with both Simji and Hyder being hit. Yeah, well, they both had the weapons, so Hyder has been sentenced to 35 years in prison, while Pinkins has been sentenced to life. Hyder was the one shooting and the one with the weapon. Why did Pinkins get life? So Pinkins is the woman. She got life. Who's Hyder? Oh, and Yasmin Hyder. Okay, so these two are women. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, this cult is bad news, apparently. Well, till next time.